violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
All right, Ramil, I'm back. When motherfuckers make streams about me, I can use it. They mad. Fuck out of here. Shout out to Mr. Goodberry. He said the man is a lawyer. Lawyers and celebrities work for government zaddies. Saying that brother was on Mr. Palmer's show to steal credibility, false pro. Appreciate you, Mr. Goodberry. All right, go ahead, Yoga. I'll let you try to go again. Go ahead.
Can y'all can't hear me, Ramil?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you know I'm in DR, so excuse me, fellas. I didn't know that it was getting choppy on my end. It sounded good. Yeah. This international internet thing. So y'all do that. Let me know. Let me know if it do that again. Cause I'm talking. I'm thinking y'all can hear me, and I'm like, what?
No. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. Say. Go get your point out.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to get back to where we was at, cause I was on a point I want to make.
You said I'm mad about something.
I said you was mad.
Yeah, you said. I didn't like.
He was trying to come back.
Yeah, he's trying to come in. It's a comeback stream.
Oh, okay. No, Dennis did a show a couple of days ago and said that the pimps give black men a bad image. They shouldn't be out promoting that life and talking about that life. Yeah, and I said you might have got triggered from that show. Then of course he did this on your homeboy show, Mr. Palmer show. But the brother, I think. Can I answer
that accusation?
Hold on. One quick thing. The brother up to the right corner, I think with the green, black, and red emblem, he just pointed out, said something about the 100,000 or something. It does offend brothers, and brothers do feel a certain way.
Here's the thing. I gotta let you get that first part. I can't let you run with that, dog. I can't let you run with that. All right. First of all, I've said pimping is dead. I've said nobody should be pimping. I said that shit's over with. I said you dumb as hell if you doing that. Now with that stream, I did a stream on this nigga before, and I did a stream with Logic before he made that video. So this has nothing to do with any of that. He made this video yesterday, and I'm just jumping on it, like I do all the other dumb shit with these niggas, all about the other dumb shit these niggas say. I agree with him with the pimping shit. So I mean, for you to just say that, I mean, it is what it is. Especially when I got the experience, I'm like, I've been telling niggas that shit over with. So. You trying to make all these excuses, but you're not addressing what I said about him. You keep coming up with these excuses for him.
No, I didn't. I said you never gave me your definition of a Pookie, but you're saying that he's contradicting. He's doing Pookie behavior, based on his definition. And I said, what's your definition of a Pookie?
It doesn't matter because we're talking about him and what he said based on what he said a Pookie is.
I'm sure it's furthermore. How can he?
Word is a contradiction. Based on
the brother is trying. He talked about being married now, getting married, right? You pointed it out. That's what he's promoting now, that he's about to get married to the Dominican woman, right? He shows on his show.
So that's okay. So that's
hold on. Right now he's promoting marriage.
Okay, yeah. After being engaged for 2 weeks, meeting her from a Facebook group. Is that smart?
That's an L.
Hold on.
That's smart, Yoga.
That's an L.
Y'all sound like cheerleaders. Now all of a sudden the man is promoting marriage, but he only known her for 2 weeks. You got an excuse for that? It's like y'all. What's going on?
How's that an excuse?
So answer the question.
Who married you for 2 weeks?
So answer the question, Ramil. Isn't he promoting marriage now? Doesn't the brother promote marriage right now?
Look, hey, Reveal, bro, you already know.
He promotes different shit.
You already know I can't do this shit, bro.
I really think, the brother is above some of these guys pay classes, and they don't really like that. The brother's in another where he can lose 100,000, and some guys don't like that he can blow 100,000 on a woman and still be good in life. And that's what it really is. That's what it seems like the energy is. That's the energy, Ramil. You attracting a lot of guys on your panel with that type of energy. I got to be real. The energy is, I can't believe he blew 100,000 on the chicken. He's still smiling.
Bro, this shit
that's crazy. A female ego. You know, there's Wi-Fi bad over in the Dominican Republic, man. It's real bad over here in the Dominican Republic, man.
So you agree? So you agree with dropping 100K on the bitch? Hold on. You agree with? Yeah, it is choppy. You agree with dropping 100? He dropped off. I'm about to ask him. Do you agree with dropping 100K?
No, the craziness about that talking point is like it's a loss. And I'm sure if you even ask Dennis, he'll say, "Yeah, I regret doing that shit. It wasn't working." Even Dennis will probably tell you that shit was dumb. Like, what the fuck?
And then he's saying like, oh, he's promoting marriage as if it's like honorable or a badge of honor to do so. It's like, bro, the institution of marriage, we all know, has been fucked up for a long time. So I don't think you can just be like, oh, somebody had a baby out of wedlock. It's Pookie behavior. The shit is happening.
Yeah, it's happening, but I was only going off his definition.
Right.
I was only going off his definition.
Yeah, I get that.
And can I speak on the whole Dominican thing? Can y'all hear me?
So let me let go ahead, Gen Z. Let me let you get your point across real quick.
Oh yeah, no, that was my point. I'm good.
All right. Go ahead, bro.
Man, okay, I've been to the DR. Look, if you marry a woman from that country, you're a damn fool. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Dennis. I don't care if it's Malik. I don't care if it's Todd or whoever. Them women over there, they looking for a come up. And let me tell you why. In the capital, them women, some people walk around with no shoes on, bro. They barely bathed in. So you can go down there and talk all this big stuff, but really they looking for a come up.
That, bro. Don't even.
They looking for a come up, bro. These women, bro. No, I've been down there. I stayed for a whole week, bro.
It's a lick. The nigga's a lick, but we're not supposed to say that. If we say nigga's a lick, obviously it's a lick. You mad? Wait. No, I gotta say this because these niggas talk about going overseas. I've been to Europe. I've been to the DR. I've been to Mexico. These hoes is looking for a come up. I don't know why these niggas out here bragging, talking about I got this chick from the. Yes, you got her. But she probably got it. Oh, hold on. Let me say this. There's some women down there. Yeah, they'll get with you, but they got a Dominican boyfriend, aka they pimp, whatever you want to call them. They manager. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Getting money from these niggas. I had a guy showing me around, Dominican guy. He said, "Hey, you see that man from right there? He's from DC. He just don't know. She got another nigga, and she got another guy from Europe that's supplying her lifestyle, but he married her and moved down here." You know what I'm saying? Like, so stop all this trying to brag.
These foreign hoes ain't on game.
To marry a woman,
y'all niggas trying to start a war around this bitch for real.
I've been in Colombia now for 2 years, right? And I don't know. I mean,
I got you. Let me get to Zulu real quick because I know you.
Hey, I'm out, bro. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, shout out to Logisphere. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Zulu. What's up, bro? Oh, he gone. All right, go ahead, Max. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've been in Colombia now for 2 years, you know, and I mean, I don't know, like, why people. I don't have problems with people talking shit about people in America, or if you're doing that, or if you live in Colombia, or whatever, Dominican Republic. But you can just live here. I mean, live normal. I mean, fuck these hoes and just keep your life moving without all this drama. I don't know. I mean, how people have problems, you know, like I don't get it. The whole thing doesn't make sense to me, you know. But I guess everybody's different, obviously. But I mean, it doesn't matter. United States, United Kingdom, Colombia, Dominican Republic, they all got options. Whether they have like the guy was saying, the manager, they got them in the United States, they got them everywhere. You just wrap it up and just, I don't know, understand that every girl in this world in 2022, I mean, it's for the streets, you know.
Yeah, but this guy is like marrying a chick after 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he's got like, I don't want to, you know, push too far, but maybe some type of like mental syndrome or some shit, you know.
Nah, I just think that dudes, we got a lot of dudes who are way too dependent on that validation from women, and in the manosphere, a lot of guys talk about, oh, women want validation. Well, there are men who want validation from women as well. And I think this brother may be one of those guys, especially if you get in a bad breakup, you lose a lot of money, and then immediately after you're going and marrying the first foreign chick with a fat ass. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're the same all over the world. I mean, it's just, I mean, personally, I don't believe in marriage. So if you get like a chick knocked up, for me overseas, I mean, I think you're safer that way. So that's one thing I was doing here, but that took too long. So I just had to get back to my money. But I mean, at the end of the day, every girl, you know, United States, Colombia, Dominican Republic, I mean, they're just for a temporary time, you know. So I don't know if I'm making sense here, but I just don't understand, you know, how you got like, I mean, you can't trust a girl just because she's from a different.
No, not sure. Yeah, we should. Like I said, but when you say that, I ain't trying to get niggas mad, dog. Cause I ain't got time for that. Shout out to Harry Abley. He says Dennis is paying for his new fiance to be a lawyer. Stop it, fam. Woo. So she gonna learn the law even more, and bruh, she gonna learn the same legal knowledge he knows.
She gonna study international law,
and she gonna. Oh my god, bro, this is bro. But once again, you offended when you say shit like this.
She gonna send all that money back to her family back at home.
She gonna pay. He gonna pay for this bitch to be. She gonna motherfucker have the legal knowledge, man. All right, man. Let me get to Mr. Goodbread. What's up, man? What up? Go ahead, Mr. Goodbread. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Neil?
Go ahead.
Couch game. You already know. Shit crazy, yo. This whole Uncle Dennis shit. I've been seeing him recently on his community tab going ham on Pookie. And then when I ain't here, I ain't know much about him. So I definitely tuned in yesterday to see the show. And as he go on and on, it started reminding me of the Cain and Abel vibe. Like, we gotta understand, we in a world, we in a society that it's all biblical. This shit all written. Chad and Tyrone, their biggest issue with Pookie and Ray Ray is because they lose their women to Pookie and Ray Ray. It ain't got nothing to do.
I ain't trying to do the whole Pookie. I mean, like I said, bro. I mean, I ain't trying to make it like that again. I'm just talking about the obvious bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But let me shout out to Nick Perry. He says what is likely to happen is he knocked her up. He'll be using the marriage as a cover to protect his career. I mean, who knows? I'm just saying, man. All this shit.
If you're not enough, I mean, it's even easier to just ghost. I mean, and just say, hey, you want to accept the money and not fight and shut up, cool. But if you want to not accept the money and fight, then hey, just ghost.
All right, let me get to Mr. Palmer, man. This was his stream. I did, you know what I'm saying? He was his stream. So I appreciate you coming through, Mr. Palmer. What's your take so far, man? You got it. You there? You there, Palmer? Yeah.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on, Zulu. Hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Palmer.
I just want. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. The thing is, man, my purpose of doing my.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place, and as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Platform to let people know that regardless your status, regardless your color, regardless your political ties, anything, no man is exempt from being in this situation. Anybody can be on child support. Anybody can have a baby mama terrorist. Don't matter about shit. And it's unfortunate you got dudes who think, well, it ain't gonna happen to me because I'm a high value. I got money. I'm a so-and-so. It don't matter what the fuck you got going on. It can happen to anybody. So how can you talk about somebody, oh, well, you in the hood and you got a baby mama terrorist? This won't happen to me because I got $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. But then when it happened to you, now it's life ain't fair. You know what I mean? So I think us as men need to stop talking about one another about who going through this, going through that, because it can happen to you. Now, if it don't happen to you, good. You know what I'm saying? But it can happen. These bitches are masterminds of this shit and the government allows it.
Facts.
But I realize that a lot of these dudes are simple forces and they really not trying to change shit. They come from baby mama terrorists. So now my thing is just the ones who got an open mind and the ones who see it for what it is. So the majority, I say it all the time, the majority is not gonna side with you. Society's not gonna side with you. These so-called dudes is not gonna side with you. And when you call out a motherfucker that everybody like, you know, it's how dare you. Even if you see the motherfucker doing wrong, you see the motherfucker contradicting, you see the motherfucker ain't got no integrity, you see flip-flop, you see change his role for bitches, you call that shit out, then all of a sudden you broke. If you, what do you say? You just jealous, you hating, And that's what I'm saying, man. So regardless, I see it in this space. That's why I say a lot of these boule ass niggas be just doing this shit for collector plates. It's not about changing the awareness for men. It's not about changing the law of demand. It's all about catching a check. So that's why I don't get mad when y'all call this shit out. Cause that's why I said I ain't part of Black Manosphere, because a lot of them motherfuckers over there are some boule ass hoe niggas. So I just keep doing what I do, stay in my lane, fuck with who I fuck with, and still do, try to get men to change the law of demand. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers are not gonna side with you regardless of what you put out there, regardless of what you show. They're gonna still say who hurt you. What's worse about this, you got more men acting like these baby mama.
They saying the same shit now. But you get my back. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I'm just saying it's sad that these so-called men. But I realized, I told y'all, these dudes come from these baby mama tears. They raised them. So how do you expect them to be men or think logically as men or not to be a reactor? These motherfuckers are gonna definitely go against you.
And the who hurt you argument is like so obsolete, because it's like anybody who's ever been in a relationship that ended has been hurt to some degree. Not saying you got a bad taste about it in your mouth,
right? But
going through life experiences, you're gonna get hurt.
Right.
You don't even have to be in a sexual relationship with somebody to be hurt by them. You could be hurt by the direction that your family members are going. You could be hurt by...
That's a great point, because niggas snitch on their best friend all the time. Nigga, you hurt me, nigga. Nigga threw the gun in my lap, nigga. You hurt me, nigga, you bitch.
Right. It is. That's what I'm saying, man. Even when you call out the shit from a motherfucker, they sit back and say, you just mad because he took off. And I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't you see what the fuck he said or what he did? That ain't what he said a week ago.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm not trying to... Bro, I hate that shit, dog. Like, you just mad. No, counter the points. I'm just saying, like, look at the points, the arguments, man. I hate when that you mad, such a cop-out. They've been saying that ever since, dog. And I'm just... Go ahead,
brother. Ain't that what I've been telling y'all? When it comes, they doing the same thing these baby mama tears do. Don't
differentiate. That's the pick me drink.
They know different, bro. They all one of the same. But I'm gonna pick me shit. So I'm stupid. I don't know no better. But one thing these bitches can't do is prove me wrong. These whole niggas can't prove me wrong. That's why they don't want to fuck with me.
Nah, thanks, man. Yeah, you're right, man. And that shit is crazy, bro. Like, I'm just getting sick of that shit, man. But yeah, you got anything else, bro? Yeah, you got the flow, man. You got anything else?
Oh, the only thing I just want to say, as far as the interview, I'm glad he came on, because I want people to realize that when it comes to this system, it don't give a fuck about your lifestyle, what you got. Another thing is with this Pookie shit, man. When I first heard about, I only say Pookie and Ray because that's what people saying in the space. When I think of Pookie, I think of dude off New Jack City. So I really don't know what the true definition of a Pookie is, but I hear different people say this Pookie, because when he said these are dudes who are out here pimping women and having multiple kids. But here's the thing, and I say this all the time, it's these baby mama terrorists who create single motherism, because these bitches have 20, 30 different remedies to not have this child. Even if you got a so-called quote-unquote thug dizzle or a cool Pookie that's trying to knock you up, you have 20 or 30 remedies to not even have a child or prevent pregnancy.
Well, your homie said it's not her fault, though. I mean, I ain't trying to throw you in the fire, though.
No, it's their fault. It's their fault. And I disagree with that. Anybody that tells you that it's the Pookies, well, who the Pookies come from? Who the Pookies are raised by? Is it raised by these feminist, fake black women? Who runs our communities? Who are the pillars of our communities? Who are the leaders of our communities? Who been ran out of the community? We was ran out. It shows that back in the 60s or in the 70s, whatever. It shows. So when people say that, it's these Pookies, it comes from the baby mama terrorists. Now they continue to do the shit. They spread it to their kids, stuff like that. Yeah, you can say the generational curse. But when it comes to who create this shit, these baby mama terrorists, they have the power. So, and I'm gonna tell y'all again, man, stop falling for what society tells you. Stop listening with these politicians. Even stop listening to these bull ass niggas on here that tell you any different. Because at one point they were saying it was these baby mama terrorists. Now you got motherfuckers saying, So,
hey, that's some real talk. Hey, that's some real talk, Mr. Palmer, because, Ramil, I remember you making a joke about Hezekiah News, but he be having some great documentaries. I don't know if you've seen it, but he played a documentary from like the 80s. I think, Mr. Palmer, didn't you do a,
I ain't gonna
on the single mothers from the 80s?
Yeah,
all the way going back to the 70s?
I don't got a problem with documentary. I'm just talking about when niggas try to use that shit to trying to get these hoes to act right. Like we finna watch the documentary. We finna get this bitch to fucking. We gonna put this documentary for this bitch. Like she gonna watch it.
Right.
She gonna change and shit.
You know what? You right. Ways to think that you gonna twist a woman's mind around to be right because they don't have to have accountability. We as men need to stop trying to change these motherfuckers. We need to stop trying to make them say, yeah, I was wrong. Because the fact of the matter is they don't have to. As long as they got these symbol forces, as long as they got government daddy and these handouts, they don't have to do nothing. They don't have to get married. They don't have to submit. They don't have to let you lead. They don't have to let you do nothing. They don't have to let you be a father. So we as men need to see it for what it is and move different. Now, if you want to, even though you see these videos of what Ramil, what I post, even with some stuff Dennis posts, y'all still stupid enough to fall and knock a bitch up and then you go through the same shit, that's on you. But you can't say, well, I didn't know this. Because a lot of us say, well, I want to talk. I didn't have my daddy, or I didn't know, that ain't where I came from. Now you know. So if you still want to get married, you still want to have kids here in America, and you still want to go overseas and do whatever, that's fine. Just don't come back and say, I didn't know.
Just know what you're getting yourself into, basically.
Whatever happens after you trust a woman is your fault. That's pretty much what it is. Because we know what it is now.
Right.
So move accordingly. You know what I mean? Right. That's just and nobody's exempt. And niggas been saying that, right? But niggas been shit.
See, I said though, I'm a deadbeat, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody with a bigger platform said it, then, it's justified. So that's why I say these niggas, I don't entertain what these motherfuckers do, man. I don't. These some whole ass.
Man, this is the internet. I say this shit all the time, bro. Like, this shit is the internet. I don't pay attention to what these niggas say. At least serious.
Yeah, right. Let me get to Zulu, man. He been patient. Go ahead, Zulu. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
All right. So, good point what Mr. Palmer pointed out that the original Pookie is a drug addict. Okay. A type of person within the hood, within the criminal and unproductive element. So the misrepresentation of a Pookie is apparent throughout the manosphere. Now, if you want to say hoodlum or thug or something like that, that would be a more correct definition, all right? And it involves like key elements of no family factor, criminality, and unproductivity. Those three key elements. All right. Now, the problem is that these self-righteous dudes who proceed through the system from the educational standpoint and what they call, corporate America or other aspects of legal earnings, they tend to excuse their other immoral behavior that's necessarily not criminality. You see what I'm saying? And they have the same characteristics.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Pretty much all of them sleep around just like anybody else. They sleep around and they do what they want just like anybody else. They just don't do the criminality aspect of it. So they say I'm legal and I don't go to court and I don't have a criminal record. I haven't been in prison and been in jail, but yet you still haven't employed people in your community. You haven't brought your community up. You haven't done nothing for your community. You went and lived your own little isolated life and tried to glorify.
But hold on. I gotta push back on that. I gotta push back on that.
I don't want to give him that responsibility, but I'm saying, but you know who that?
No. Let me finish though.
I got a classification.
Hold on.
Let me finish first. The point that I'm getting at is that they talk all this productivity stuff and they talk all this sleeping around stuff, but they leave a trail of baby mamas just like you've been saying, Ramils, like anybody else. They are the ones the first to get married, and then they are the first, second, and third generations to be dealing with divorce and couldn't keep families together themselves. Some of them even also participate in breaking up families by sleeping around just like a Pookie would. You know, your favorite content creator on here was basically streamed by O'Shea talking about how a wife of somebody chose up when they got with him. You know what I'm saying? So he literally took somebody else's wife. So it's just the same as making babies and not marrying a woman and leaving a split household just as bad as it is creating a split household.
Nah, I think that's everywhere though. Like everybody is pretty.
No. We're not talking everywhere because see, you got a big contradiction and a bunch of hypocrites in here want to say that I'm the better man, or you can take a Pookisha, a woman out the hood, and just because she slept with a Pookie, it's the Pookie's fault. And they don't look at the fact that she's still a Pookisha. The woman ain't no good either. You know what I'm saying? You excuse her, but if she gets with you, all of a sudden she's some glorious Holy Spirit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? These dudes here talking crazy.
Let Jesse respond.
The main criticism of like the whole Communitah is the violence. I think anybody like you could have baby mamas having kids everywhere, you know, single mothers. A lot of women are now becoming single mothers, but it's what that child becomes, which is the problem. And if we're going to attribute the onus to Black women and say, because they slept with a Pookie and they knew he wasn't going to be the baby daddy and he wasn't going to be a productive father, now it's their fault that the child is, you know, getting in trouble in school and fighting and picking up a gun and doing all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are we putting all of that blame on Black women, or that's what I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah, that's the problem. You're putting all the blame on Black men. You're putting it all on Pookie, so to speak. You're not putting it on everybody that's responsible. It's a shared responsibility. It's the woman's fault. It's the man's fault, and it's these educated lames or quote unquote legal law-abiding citizen guys who can't keep their families together either. They also sleep around too in the dark. You dig what I'm saying? And they have contributed to splitting up homes as well. So if you split a home up, the after effects of that is that the home is going to be unstable one way or the other. So an unstable home is an unstable home. So these guys have no right to talk. They can't keep their families together. They sleep around. And they've done nothing for the community. That's why I don't listen to them. I've been around all of them. I've been in the hood and I've been in these circles.
What do you mean about they done enough for the community? Explain that, brother.
Okay, so if the community is in shambles and you have quote unquote all these high value men in abundance with all this money to trick or otherwise or whatever, okay, how come they haven't made a difference?
The problem is they have
made a difference. In the city where I'm at, they have made a difference. I stay in neighborhoods where it's all brothers, all nice neighborhoods. I've seen that. That's my reality.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
In Atlanta, Georgia. In Atlanta, Georgia.
Bro, Atlanta is.
Hey, I'm in Atlanta too. That's cat.
That's cat.
That's cat.
My homeboy.
Nigga, East Point, Riverdale, Ellenwood, Edgewood. Let's be real, bro. I'm out here, bro.
Let me think. Buckhead is trying.
Hold on, Jizzy.
I had to move from Buckhead. Nigga, I had to come on, bro. A nigga trying to break into my window, nigga. I had to pop at that nigga, bro. So come on, bro. Atlanta is shambles. Nigga, stop playing with me, bro.
And let it go down. But let me say this real quick. I don't think it's the responsibility of them to fix the community, but I do think that when they come out and say, "Oh, this is what's wrong with the community, Pookie this, Pookie that," and then I would be like, "Okay, then it's your responsibility. Why aren't you buying the
property? And that's why I said what I said.
Why aren't you in the community?" But the niggas who don't say anything, okay, I don't think it's their responsibility to come back into. But the ones who want to talk about the community this, community that, and then you talk about, "Oh, I got this," and I'm gonna ask you, okay, why you don't? Where the jobs you putting in there? Where the real estate you own in there? Those are the niggas I'm talking about. But not, I don't think it's
own real estate there. You can't invest in there. It's a war zone. War zone. The only deal that you can really get and make money or make it make sense in like a place like that is a multi-family where it's cash flowing.
No, that's cap, man. Because other races go
That's
into
cap, man. Because you can gentrify just like anybody else.
Other races literally. I'm doing it. Other races literally go into them areas and they would
Exactly, Emil. That's why I didn't say anything. That's why I didn't say anything. These sound like guys that don't have money. I'm just telling the truth. These sound like guys that don't have that American Express like Mr. Palmer showed. I know plenty of brothers, my brothers that graduated college with me in Atlanta that's making moves, buying property on the court steps at $20,000 cash a piece for a whole house in Atlanta. Sales going on like that, south of the city, north of the city, right outside of the city. Down in Macon, Georgia, it's houses down there for houses down in the country for $15,000 cash. I know brothers that drive trucks going down there buying houses in cash every month on the court steps. These brothers don't have no paper, no business about themselves, and they talking loser talk. Real talk. I'm out. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. The show was interesting with Dennis Sterling.
You can't say, hold on, man. You can't say losership just because somebody's pointing out something, bro. Like, I don't understand that.
No. It is a war zone. It really is.
I see why y'all say shame, blame, and explain now. Because when you make a point now,
it's like every time you make a point, it's like somebody mad, they a loser or some shit. But I don't
know. Exactly. I'm not saying you can't invest in Atlanta. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you go in there and invest, think about this. If I buy a house in a war zone and I'm section 8 in the house, right?
Jizzy, are you in Atlanta, bro?
Yes, I'm in Atlanta.
Are you familiar with Vine City?
Yes.
Okay, you know it used to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
That was the war and the bluff and all that. But guess who up in there right now? All them white folks. They said fuck it. They went to the war zone and said fuck it. So we can't. People say you can't do it.
No. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that you can't.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
It's, bro. When you're section 8 in the house, and I've done this before. I've invested in Macon. My cousin's from Macon. My whole family down there in Macon. You know what I mean? So I'm in Macon all the damn time. I actually got a car wash in Fort Valley. It's a fucking war zone. I invested in it because I knew of the potential. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you can't do it and you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying when some shit goes down at your establishment, that shit applies pressure to your business. So there are guys who end up getting tapped out. You know what I'm saying? Right. It really is. Like when you invest so much in a project and you maybe you don't have that American Express card, okay? Not everybody is in the same situation. So if you're somebody and you want to start off small and you want to invest in your own community and say you got 60,000 to play with, right? But niggas is shooting up. Like look at in Memphis with Makita Cookies. They had to shut the whole shit down for 3-4 months. I think Makita should just go international because I think she'll get more support across the states than in Memphis. But the landlord of the Makita Cookies place, he's having to take the mural down of Young Dolph because somebody just fucking shot up the guy who was keeping up the mural. So that applies pressure to your business. This is an older black man. He owns the whole strip. But the pressure is applied and he has to take the mural down. Now he has to figure out how he can get his business back, how he can get it cash flowing again. So this shit hurts people. You know what I mean? In real life, it's not about, oh, the single mama did this, single mama did that. There are niggas who are literally shooting up establishments, and you have to think about it morally like a guy who, most of these people who are business owners, a lot of them are old school dudes. They have a certain morality. So you got to think about the bloodshed that's going down at these people's establishments. There are plenty of bars and clubs that have lost their leases in Atlanta because the bars keep getting shot up.
And you know what's sad, bro? And if you turn around and say, okay, well, I'm going to have to go to the suburbs, go to the white folks area and build my business, they'll call you a sellout in the soon.
Exactly.
But no, you were smart. The Communitah is dead, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the Communitah is not going to change till you eradicate everybody and start over. It's not going to, it is what it is. I understand y'all, you want to keep it black and proud and all that, but them motherfuckers don't believe in that. They would rob you before they rob Habib was on the corner store.
Look at Slutty Vegan. That nigga just broke into that shit.
Right. I've been there.
Literally. I just went to Slutty Vegan 2 days ago. I'm in Atlanta.
Young couple.
This shit is a war zone. My homeboy just got his car stolen.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Okay, so my thing is this. So I understand that you're right, it is a war zone. But to those guys who say, quote unquote, you need to fix the community and shit like that, that's literally what you have to do to quote unquote fix the community. Is literally you have to go in there and take the risk, because what you're talking about is risk, right? Yeah. You have to take the risk to do that. If you're saying that this is all wrong with the community, you complain about it all the time. You got to go in there, create businesses to hire the residents, to the real estate, do all the other stuff. You're not doing that. Right. What the fuck you talking about? Oh, the community, this is what's wrong. But you're talking about your high value and all the other shit.
I'm glad you said that, because these motherfuckers on here that talk that shit, they don't live in the hood. They don't go around the hood. They will never.
Right. Definitely.
I can talk that black power shit. That's why I don't take these collection plate niggas seriously at all. I don't. You rich, you come out the hood, and you don't even go in the hood. You don't even want to see no parts of the hood, and that shit don't make no sense. But motherfucker will tell you, oh, you just mad and jealous because you ain't got what he got. No, he's talking stupid, and he's lying to you. He's sending your dumb ass off. But these motherfuckers like being sent off, even especially in the black community.
And I love how they use that you're just why they keep that's an old shame saying these guys just broke. These guys just broke.
If we disagree with you, we broke.
Those who fuck with me and follow me, what I always tell y'all, if you correct somebody, if you check somebody, whatever, if the first thing they have to say is you broke, if that's the first thing they have to mention about money, they some hoe ass niggas. That's all I got to tell you. I don't care who tell you that. If your daddy come and tell you when you correct him, he say, nah, you broke, you whole ass nigga. You already know what you're dealing with. It's no different these baby mama tears. They all wanted the same. They come from the same motherfuckers. So I'm telling you, you have to see this what it is and stop patty caking these dudes just because they got more shine or they got more notoriety. They got more money. They got more subs. Because a lot of them motherfuckers sell out ass boule, fake ass niggas. They come from single mother residents.
And that's all that's running at ATL, at least the black elite. It's boule niggas that have no touch with them. Niggas ain't nowhere near Riverdale. Them niggas ain't nowhere near Edgewood. Them niggas ain't nowhere near East Point. Nigga, come on, bro. I'm really out here. Nigga, go to Cleveland Ave. Nigga, go to Old National Road. Nigga, like, it's really nasty out here. But I mean, we do got to come together and buy up the real estate and shit like that. But come on,
no. Y'all gonna do that shit. I said the community did. To Dennis Perla with that. He don't talk about the community. This I don't give a fuck about the guy. If I'm doing anything in the community, is I'm getting money. I'm gonna get money, but that's it.
What I will say about Dennis, I'm glad he did clarify what he meant by that Pookie. But you know what I'm saying? He say he from the hood. He say he don't even deal with lawyers. Because I guess they don't like how he act. And that's why I was saying, and he even mentioned about the all the scholars. I call them the scholars because they supposed to have their PhDs and all that. Talking about Dr. T.S.on Johnson and all that. And I told him, even on the show, I said, well, yeah, you telling the brothers over here not to talk about the educated lane. Well, then you need to tell these educated lane not to talk about these.
No, it go both ways. I say, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm a reform Pookie. And I'm with the shit. So the thing is, I'm cool with it. Just don't be mad when I say something back. That's what I'm saying.
I get it. If I'm labeled a Pookie for telling y'all why I say fuck child support and not to be around these big mama tents, and I'll be a Pookie. Fine. What I'm saying is, you can't tell me don't fuck with them. Motherfuckers don't fuck with you. They be low-key talking about you, trying to tell you, get your shit. Trying to blackball you. Tell so-and-so don't fuck with so-and-so if you want to be with me ass niggas. That's why I say I just stand my own lane. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. No, salute. And salute to Mr. Palmer. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. But look, I've been on here for 3 hours, man. I got shit I got to do, man.
All right, man. I'll see y'all later.
I'm gonna let you do closing thoughts. But we're going to do closing thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all do that. Who want to go with closing thoughts first?
I'll go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
I got to get back on the couch. Look, I'm going live at 3 o'clock. It won't be 2 o'clock today Central. It'll be 3 o'clock Central. That's 4 o'clock Eastern. And talk to a brother from Atlanta who went all the way to the point where the U.S. Marshals had got involved to try to get custody of his son. So that's something I definitely want to tune in, man. He went through war trying to get custody, man. So that's all, man. I appreciate your meal. And like I say, man, stop thinking that this can't happen to you when it comes to child support. Now, how you move determines, of course, and learning from people like Ramil and everybody else. But don't think that, it won't happen to you. It can. These bitches do the trick bag, and this government daddy will allow it, and they will benefit in the end, for I'm concerned. So just change the laws of your mind, fellas. That's it.
Salute, appreciate you, man.
Hey, I'll get off this shit. I'll say the last thing, man.
Make sure you guys go subscribe to Mr. Palmer. Go ahead, Black Trunk. Go ahead, bro.
For sure, man. I appreciate you letting me on the panel again. We keeping that chat lit. I'm mad that yo fucking streams always go left. I'm thinking I'm gonna hop on and let's roast Dennis up. You know what I'm saying? Let's just have some fun and shit. Cause the nigga Juan Carlos, the Intercontinental Champion of the world.
We roasting up a little bit, but then
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all know what y'all niggas do. Y'all always. If you come into the stream an hour and a half after it started, the title is gonna be what the fuck? It's gonna be a whole nother goddamn shit. But go ahead, bro. Exactly.
If anybody knew, if anybody really in Atlanta, niggas would know, it's dumb out here.
It's
Buckhead
like
alone Buckhead alone. I just had to move out that shit. Buckhead alone over the last about year and a half, bruh, it's pretty much like 70% of the damn violence. Like over there by Lenox Mall and shit, niggas getting robbed, niggas getting shot. The little water boys giving out water and shit. You feel me? Vandalizing shit. Come on, bro. Like this. That's a whole nother conversation. I think you should have a whole stream just on Atlanta and who the boy. And the bitches out here and shit like that. But hey, this was fun, man.
We could both do it. Maybe we can collab on out here.
Look. Oh no, yeah, I'm down. Oh yeah, because Jizzy, you out here too, right?
Yeah, I'm out here.
Oh yeah,
I'm out here. We're gonna do an Atlanta stream. Yeah.
Okay. Oh hell yeah.
That's what I literally cover on my channel. Strictly just like the crime that's going on in major cities, because I travel a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really out here. I'm in Atlanta predominantly, and bro, it's like that out here. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Like you have.
Bitches is setting niggas up, bro. You don't fuck with the wrong bitch. She will set you up, bro.
Okay, y'all put your emails in the back. We're gonna do an Atlanta stream.
For sure.
All right, let's get closing thoughts. We're doing closing thoughts.
I'll do closing thoughts. Yeah. So, are you done, Black Trunks?
Yeah. I'm out.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Be safe, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna put my email in the back chat though.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Well, yeah, I'm blackgenzmindset. If you want to know more about what's going on in Atlanta and other major cities, go and check out my channel. This is real deal information that you need to see, that you need to know, that you need to be aware of. I appreciate you letting me get on the stream, Ramil, and I'm going to hit you in the back chat. You already know what it is. We out.
That's a bet. I appreciate it. Salute.
All right, brother.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
So it is what it is.